What is up, you guys? Venturing here. So I have a problem. I buy too much useless gear. Well, useless isn't the best word, more like stuff I only use once in a blue moon. So this is a series for those who need a reminder to step back and look at the rest of your kit to see what you actually need and what will make an impact in your production. Links to all the products mentioned will be in the description, kit.co/syncastproductions. Today we're talking about lighting. Lighting is a huge aspect that can make or break a shot. For example, here we have a shot with my $15,000 red Scarlet W 5K, but we have really bad lighting. We can see that the ambient light is causing raccoon eyes on my face, which is not flattering because the light is directly above me. Also, to compensate for the amount of light, I had to crank up my ISO, causing what already is a really bad camera in low light to be even worse. Not to mention the scene looks really flat because we only have one light filling up the entire room, acting as a key light and a room light. But now, we have my Canon R6, a $2,500 camera, but the scene is being lit with multiple lights, creating depth, separating me from the background, and not to mention making me look much more flattering on camera. So investing in a wide range of high quality lighting can really boost your production value. I recently changed my mind to stop upgrading cameras and focus more on building out a cohesive lighting kit. With that being said, let's go over what lights are in my lighting kit. First would be my beast of a light, the APUTURE LS600C Pro. This is the latest edition, and I primarily got it for product videos with the Laowa Pro Blend that has a minimum aperture of f/14. I needed something beefier that could output tons of light. And with that being said, I'm sure I'll hear tons of comments saying I should have gone for the regular 600D for maximum output, but I wanted something that could be brighter than all of my other existing lights, but also bicolor in a sense for on-location shooting. And also having the ability to green magenta shift my lights as the LED begins to age was a huge plus. So the 600C was an obvious choice for me. Next, power-wise would be my APUTURE Nova P300C, the sky panel killer as I like to call it. I use this light as my go-to ambient room light. When I go on location, I kill all the lights and strike this light to aim at the ceiling. And by doing that, I have full control over the lighting of the scene. Besides that, it's a very powerful and naturally soft light that's perfect for product videos. This is one of my few RGB lights, so I try to use this to add pops of color in scenes where necessary. After that, we have my middle tier lights. This would be something like the AMARAN 200Xs. Actually, these were my first lights I ever invested in. These lights are usually reserved for accent or fill lights. Sometimes we use this in combination with my snoot or spotlight mount to use gobos like you see behind me. By no means are these super powerful compared to the 600C, but if you have full control over your scene, these will easily do the job. One thing to note is that these lights are really designed to stay within the studio, but if you wanted to take them on location, I recommend grabbing a Pelican 1510 case, pop these into it, and you're all set. After that, we have my APUTURE LS60X lights. These are our wedding lights. But in the studio, we use these lights for focusing light on certain things, such as plants or acting as a hair light for subjects. The cool thing with these is that it's a focusable light, meaning that I can change it from a 45-degree beam angle to a 15-degree beam angle. Plus, the light comes with a set of barn doors that helps you cut and shape the light. Lastly, we have our accent lights. In this category, I have my Nanlite Pavo tubes, easily one of my favorite lights I own. The cool thing with tube lights is that they are super versatile. You can have them in frame as practicals, you can have them lighting up walls, or even highlighting plants. Not to mention, if you're more of a guerrilla filmmaker, you can use this as an impromptu key light. So the ways you can use these lights are endless. In this setup, I'm using 3 tube lights. One acting as a practical / hair light. Then I put 2 on the ground facing upwards to kind of uplight the slat wall. Then the very last light I own are some APUTURE MCs. These are handy for adding a pop of color to shelves or inside lamps. Now in most instances, they won't be strong enough as a key light in your scene, but I like to use these lights to enhance my scene. So I wouldn't purchase these before you have any of these other lights. These lights are lower on the list of purchase priority for me. Alright, so that's my lighting kit. As you can see, it covers every type of light, every power of light, and every size of light I might need in any given situation. And when you're building out your lighting kit, I highly recommend making sure you have a wide range of lights to choose from. But that's all I have for you today. In the next episode, we're going to go over lighting modifiers to pair with these lights. But other than that, I will catch you guys next time.